Thank you, all my brothers and sisters from Kerala, the land of God, for showing us the traditional culture of the land and celebrating us with us together, that the diversity for which India is proud of is its strength, because the cord of unity goes through the diversity. I was not expecting the Puli dance and Kathakali dance. For the last 7 years, Kalalaya has been presenting these beautiful items, the traditional dance forms, but every year I find it is getting better and better. And this year, perhaps, the way every item was summarized at the end and the presentation was something superb. It was not only a visual treat, but also very entertaining for the minds. And dear friends, this is a part of our humble attempt to celebrate the oneness, promote universal brotherhood, of being together, knowing each other, going to the roots, and trying to understand that India, with its large number of languages, states, territories, religions being followed, but the unitary spirit tells us that we once understand our rich heritage, the background, then Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or being together, is never far. And that is what we have been trying to promote. It is not that all these celebrations were not taking place earlier here. Every year, the celebrations used to be limited to perhaps this Onam, to the Malayali-speaking people, people hailing from Kerala. Bakrid used to be limited to our Muslim brothers and sisters from Muslim community. And I was seeing Reverend Father is here, and on the occasion of Christmas, when we were together, I found perhaps mostly belonging to that religion or faith. We were together, but we thought, why not we join together to celebrate that, yes, irrespective of the religion, irrespective of the language, irrespective of the state, we all are together as Indians, and let us celebrate as Indians. And that is what we have been doing. And I expected, as usual, that the great mythological story of Vamana and Vali. Vali was known as Mahavali, in fact, and he was the grandson of King Prahlad. And celebrating the demon king, because he was a benevolent king, though he was one of the Asuras. Normally, in Hindu mythology, we find we worship gods, what we call devatas. But here, on the 10th day of Onam, people worship the resurrection of Vali, who was an ardent devotee of Lord Vishnu. And when, because of his charity, because of his greatness, because he was a very benevolent king, Indra himself was afraid that he might take over his position. And that is why they all prayed, they tried their all might with the war. They could not defeat the Asuras that time. And in fact, they requested Lord Vishnu if he could be of any help. And Lord Vishnu, as usual, he knew that Vali was the ardent devotee. He was a good person, and he was liked by his subjects. So what he did, he came in the form of Vamana, the 5th avatar. And there he asked, because Vali was known, as you know, in fact, he was one of the Danaviras who was known for his great sacrifice. And perhaps in mythological characters you find another character equivalent to him, he was Karna. And both the cases, Karna was never held for, though he was a good Danavira, but at the same time he joined the side of Kauravas. but his good qualities was always held, but at the same time, he didn't get the sort of worth he was having, intrinsic worth he was having in him. In the case of Ali, though he was adored as a king, but somehow, in the eyes of gods, he was found to be a person as a demon, something unbecoming perhaps of worship. But at the same time, this greatness of our Kerala culture tells us that irrespective of whether it is a god or a demon, if there are good qualities always are to be worshipped, and that is what perhaps we learn from this. And when the Lord Vishnu came in the form of a Vamana, he knew that Vali could sacrifice everything. So what he did, though he was dwarf, and he asked, great king, whatever I would like, would you give me? Then King Vali asked, what would you, you are a small Brahmin, what exactly would you like to have? Whatever you ask, I will give you. He made a vow, a promise. And the dwarf, the Vamana, Lord Vishnu himself, asked for 3 feet of land. So, and then when he agreed, first with his one stride, he covered the entire heaven. Within second stride, on the second foot, he covered the entire earth. So that time, Vali knew that something was coming which he was not prepared for. He asked, you don't have a third foot. So where you have covered entire sky, you have covered entire earth, but you don't have a third foot, you have 2 feet only. So then the mythology tells there was the third feet which came from the navel of the Lord, and there, after seeing that, Vali knew that he is no other than Lord Vishnu, and he surrendered before him, and Lord Vishnu put him to the nether, the patal. And once in a year, our Malayalam friends, Keralites, believe that he comes back to earth, and on the 10th day of Onam, they celebrate that yes, there was a good king, during his reign, everything was, people were happy, everything was good, so this goodness is to be celebrated. So that is a great learning from this mythological episode. And all the artists over here, the way they depicted, in fact, it was amazing and real visual treat. And dear friends, let me tell you one more thing. I was very particular about seeing the Pulikali. Pulikali is the tiger dance. And tiger dance is something I got acquainted with not only from the choir, the traditional book, what we find in Malayalam, but one day I had a chance, it was quite incidental, that searching while taking a flight abroad, I was searching for what are the Indian movies available, and among the international films, I found that enacted by this Mohanlal, the great Malayalam actor, that was Puli Murugan. And there, this was mind-boggling, his actions, and besides the theme that was propagated, that respect the nature, respect the animals who are there in the nature, but at the same time, when the animal becomes a man-eater, like a demon or an evil in our society, he needs to be killed and to be destroyed. So that was the theme. And there was a beautiful thing I saw. I was thinking whether I would be seeing the Pulikali over here. And yes, we saw the Pulikali here. And Kathakali, Mohini Attam, as we know, they are very famous dance forms of Kerala. So once again, I'm thankful on behalf of entire NLCIL family to my brothers and sisters from Kerala for taking us to our roots, which normally we keep on forgetting. When I listen to our Honorable Prime Minister, his Man Ki Baat, there he tells us many things which we all know. Perhaps we keep on forgetting in our rapid pace of urbanization, in the run and the race to earn our livelihood. All those soft forms are perhaps forum and through the activities that we are carrying, perhaps you are trying to showcase the talents, the inherent potential of our people. I found many ladies, middle-aged, many gentlemen in the advanced age, they all are dancing together. That is something perhaps in normal occasions we don't find. So while we all will be promoting this oneness, promoting the unity, while we will all be doing the good things together, at the same time, this spirit of celebration should continue. And I know Bakrid we missed on the exact day of Bakrid, and we will be joining for Bakrid very soon. And next is coming Dashera. That also will be celebrating. And all the 14 occasions what we have notified, we all will be celebrating together, where the brothers and sisters of Neyveli family will join us. On occasions like this, we invite people from the state administration. This time, of course, we could not get anybody. Perhaps there was a short time, our people could not approach. But we are lucky to have with us, other than our directors and their family members, we have with us two guests from IMI who are our professors and teachers there with us. And also we have Mr. Amir Sathe, who is basically, who makes news, and in fact, he covers us, our activities in sarkaritel.com. Incidentally, he is here also with us. And yesterday, in fact, when I was, day for yesterday, when I was there in Chennai with the NIPM chapter, there also we took the responsibility of showcasing the traditional culture, the colors of India, where it was presented by our people who organized that, presented before the international audience at Chennai. So thank you for all these good things which are taking place. So once again, all the best. And they told us Mangalam Shubha Mangalam. Let the Mangalam and Shubha Mangalam continue in all your lives. Yes, dear.
It's a pleasure to announce